the body in the car will go 300 miles per hour. It's there. Whether if the engines are there, we don't know at this time. 2021, we got the world fastest fuel class in a 2-liter streamline class.
So now it's been 3 years and you're finally back out on the salt trying to break the record.
Correct.
Since they broke the record and have been waiting 3 years to do something with it, they've rebuilt engines and made them faster, or should make them faster. So the engines are a question mark. Yeah, the intake system is completely changed. It has changed. You're on your third intake system trying to make it act like it did before.
Yes. Yeah.
But that was also on perfect salt. In 21, it was like driving down the interstate. It was billiard table smooth and rock hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bonneville Salt Flats. So what's it got for an engine?
It's a Pontiac 400 board 80 over with a quarter-inch stroke in it, so it's 470 cubes. It's got Kaufman D-port heads and Jericho 4-speed road race transmission with a 9.3-inch BOP rear end with 220 or 323 gears. Mathematically, you should do 150, but we got to 149.5 yesterday.
Well, that's pretty close to the math. I know. I know. even if you make 150, you're still not going to be happy. Yeah. You'll be happy for a moment, but
it'll be good.
Well, especially good cool air this morning. Have a good day. Good luck. That's pretty neat. Good morning. How are we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So how long you been sitting out here trying to get up there?
Since about noon.
Yeah.
Get around.
Buddy I'm with, they made one run and then they set in line and made it all the way up to the starting line, and that was the end of the day.
That's what happened to him.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just take the car up and sit up there, and you guys get lunch, whatever, bring us a burger. We'll let you know when it's time to get in your car.
We got the best seat in the house.
Go play some slots.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice car. Hi. That's what I should have done, is brought my chair along. I just love that big old turbo sticking out of the top there like that.
There's some more in
morning.
yesterday?
Well, the last run was a disappointing 225 for mile 5, but we put a different gear in it, so rear gear in it. So today,
Go taller or?
no shorter. We had a 275 in it at Speed Week, and we ran 236.6 with it on a 237.8 record. So we doing the math, you know, doing the calculators and stuff. I'm right in the middle. I need like a 260 or a different size tire, one or the other. With this gear and this tire, it's going to be like 7,700 RPM for a mile or 2.
Right.
You know, if I could do it in mile 4 and 5, that would be good. So then I'd have 2 miles to pick from, you know, for the backup run.
Right.
But it's going to be, it'll be tight. It'll be wound up tight for that.
So what size engine is it?
500 inch.
So it's a 500 cube.
Yeah, 499 and some change, yeah. It's under the 501, I think 501 even or 501 and some change is the limit for A mode. So it's like 499, just a hair.
So what kind of stroke is that?
It's a 391 stroke.
So it's a short stroke,
Yeah.
big bore.
Yep.
Within reason, a short stroke.
Relatively short stroke,
Yeah.
yes. It's not a longer stroke, big block, that's true.
Right.
Just wondering.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you today.
Hey, thanks,
Hope
man.
it works
Appreciate
better.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Is this yours?
No, gentleman.
I'm just
Wandered off a little bit.
curious why it has one wing.
Well, it's a sidecar. It's a motorcycle. Sidecar.
I
streamliner.
see. Gotcha.
So
It
it's like a
has to have
sidecar,
a sidecar.
but it's an enclosed, so it has to. It's a, you know,
Right.
it's a streamliner. So it has all the safety stuff of a car,
Right.
but it's a motorcycle.
Right.
With 3 wheels.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. I drove back into Salt Lake and got one. So I made 2 trips to Salt Lake yesterday. But we did it. Yeah. So Brian's gonna go out and haul ass today. We're gonna do the thing.
Did you, we're a safe craft dealer?
Okay.
So we didn't get the 10 miles an hour quite yesterday? No, you shortened. I'll give you a 2 spin. My arm's a little sore right here. I wish the pushing against the You know what's funny? Same. Oh, I got that same groove right there. We're brothers. All right, we're good. Back.
Tell me how the how the land speed car came about.
I bought a California chassis by Dave Tuttle. I really was interested in this land speed racing. We modified it to go out on the salt flat, and we went out for 3 years. And on the third year, we found out that it was the wrong vehicle to be on the salt flats. Our best time was 165. At the end of the third year, I realized that the aerodynamics of the vehicle is totally wrong. Quarter mile, fine. High speed, even though there are cars like that Dave Tuttle built, are running out here, but they're all motorcycle motors with a transmission and everything else. I wanted to stay with the snowmobiling. I ended up designing at a bar napkin back in 1999, and it didn't go into effect until about 2004 that we started doing a prototype of the frame. And then it was getting people together to work with me on this who knew anything about snowmobiles and building race cars.
Yeah, building race cars that can cut through 200 plus mile an hour wind.
Yes. FRB, welding out of Salt Lake, they were willing to take on the channel. They made the frame, and from there I was looking for somebody to build me a body for it. Talked to Terry Nish to find out who I could have or who I could rely on to build me a body. And he referred me to Lockhart Enterprise in Salt Lake City.
So they've been here since day one on this streamliner.
On building the body, yes. And then as that grew, it was a long process. It isn't like that somebody has a blueprint on this stuff. There are a few, but not with snowmobile engines. So we finally found somebody that would put us in a wind tunnel to make sure that this car would be safe to be driven. And after some R&D work and stuff, we found out that our first design was not correct. We used cardboard and duct tape and reshaped the front end, and we lengthened the back, and that got us going. The body in the car will go 300 miles per hour. It's there. Whether if the engines are there, we don't know at this time. But 2021, we got the world fastest fuel class in a 2-liter streamline class at 261 miles per hour. And to this day, we are coming back and we're trying to break the gasoline class of the same 2-liter streamliner.
So is the record different between fuel and gasoline?
Yes. Gasoline is one class. Then you have fuel class, which we had because we used our UR 4.4.
Which is like an oxygenated gas.
It's an oxygenated gas. A lot of the dirt bikers use that. And it created some more horsepower for us. So from that point, we broke the record from the New Zealand Reg Cook's record.
So that's who you took it from? Was from
Yeah. And we were happy.
Yeah, they probably weren't, but you were very happy.
And so were a few other people that I can't mention right off the bat, but yeah. And that's where it all started from. Used to snowmobile and drag race across the United States and up through Canada for many years. And we're just getting too old, don't like the cold weather. We don't like to travel too far. And I work with Chuck Reese with his Slickmobile. And at the same time, he does drag racing. He takes care of we all take care of the dragway. And during the off season, I get to race my car 3 times a year. That would be at Speed Week, World of Speed, and the World Finals.
Here at the Salt Flats. Flats.
At the Salt Flats in Utah, Wendover, Utah,
And
which is called Bonneville Speedway.
Yeah. And how long has it been since you broke the record and been able to make it back out here?
It had rained for 2 years straight and has flooded the Salt Flats. So it's been 2 years since anybody has been really able to do a full 5-mile race pass. Yeah. And now 2 years ago we came out and it was beautiful, and it was a Friday night and we got our pit set up and we were all excited. Not just us, but 300-400 people. That was all set up. And Friday night it was just a downpour.
Mother Nature said you have to wait another year.
Yes, and another year.
So now it's been 3 years and you're finally back out on the salt trying to break the record.
Correct. And we've got some new things that we're working on, some R&D for some other people, and well, we came back with Speed Week with some big hopes, and none of it helped.
Not yet.
Right, not yet. But we're making changes and we're making progress, so that's lucky. The track today and yesterday was pretty good, but today it's getting kind of wet out there. The salt is getting wet. Traction is hard to get, and the weathers are getting hot. The best time for us, since we are natural aspirated with snowmobile carburetors, is that we need the morning cold air. It doesn't like the automobiles that have
with fuel injection. Fuel injection and computers laptops that control it. You have to manually pull jets out and change them.
Yeah. We were very, very big-eyed. We were running, I don't know how we did it, but we used up 5 gallons in one run.
I was just going to ask you, did we use more fuel this time?
No.
Because I know that's why I brought the fuel out. Is you using so much fuel, you're going to run out, and now it's like it keeps using less and less, and of course doesn't go faster either.
Right.
24 years you've been salt flat racing.
Yeah.
Or designing
well,
it, creating
designing it, yeah.
And making
we
it.
started it with our single engine streamliner, and that was for like 3 years, like I said.
How fast did you ever get going with the small one?
We got up to 165 miles per hour. That was
this
a
one
max.
holds the record at 261. 261.
Well, at the time, when we started, I'll mess up the guy's name, so I just won't say it. But the guy that holds the record at the time had the record at 168 miles per hour. And I knew I could break it, but we just couldn't get there. It was, the car was not feasibly built to go that fast. Yeah, then it was a big stretch to find out who can build the stuff. The person who built the body is my driver, which is Jason Marsh, and he's my driver, and he's doing very good. He's an experienced A driver, which means he's been over 200 miles per hour. So, and he's helped out, and he knows a lot of the people, and that helped me get involved with it. Back in 2003, I came out and I pre-staged people here at the World of Speed.
So you were doing what that guy is up there now that always has the mask on, the face mask. Making sure the straps are tightened up, make sure all the safety equipment's hooked up.
And 3 cars back, and then we got things going. New guys and some of the big name professionals. And that's how we got to know so many of them. And
I really would like to come to Speed Week, but it's so hot now and it's so much cooler than Speed Week.
Speed Week is we 5 years ago, some Kiwi people that we know, they had a temperature gauge out there, and it was 130 degrees in the sun on the salt.
Right. No shade. There's no shade on the salt flats.
No shade.
You have to make your shade.
It's one of the world's fastest race surface there is. There would have been more salt on the track, but quite a few years ago, the mountain mud had slid onto the salt flats where we leased from the BLM. And because of that, you can't touch any natural event. So the mud carried all the salt.
That's why they didn't shovel it all out. Because I'm thinking, all that mud came in, but I mean, we have big monster equipment. We could easily pushed it back out, but the BLM's what stopped that.
Yeah, because it's just like Yellowstone with lightning and stuff like that. It's natural, but underneath that mud that slid are like feet of salt.
Yeah, hidden underneath it's just not.
Yeah. A lot of people call this salt, but it's actually potash.
Sure looks like. Actually, you go out there and look at it out onto the whole salt flats here, and it looks like concrete. I mean, it does. It just looks like someone laid out miles and miles and miles of concrete. It's pretty wild.
Yes. Or if you're up there in Minnesota or Wisconsin, you got little snow, but your lakes are all frozen, and you go ice fishing. It's the same thing. The ground is cold.
It's true. It does. It looks like a frozen lake as well. That's a good way to describe it.
But the temperature is hot.
Yeah. The ground may be cold, but the rest is not.
But there are people that come out to the salt flats from all over the world. We just had some people went down the track this morning from Dubai. They wanted to be here for Speed Week, but they had a shipping problem with the container of their motorcycle to get here on time. So now they're just here practicing, tuning, doing some R&D like we all do. Mm-hmm. If it was easy, everybody would have a trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
We do not have any money. It's just bragging rights.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing that's amazing to me is, I mean, you don't even get a trophy. You get a hat if you get, what, over 200 or something like that?
Yes.
So, I mean, this has nothing to do with someone who's wanting to make a bunch of money.
No. Oh.
Sorry.
There's my driver.
Keep talking about me, it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have a spring a little bit longer than this one? I think these are the longest ones we have.
Try that silver box right. I think that's the one. Does it say spring or jets?
Jets.
Okay. There's another one. It's
right there,
yeah. Yeah, it's on that silver box there.
Trying to move the spring on that front pipe to the hole to see if it'll keep it from drifting over into that bar. I'll just get Cole to do the yanking on the tool. He'll get it over there.
But that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much where you are right now.
Yeah.
Trying to break that stupid record and things that should be working that aren't, and guess what? That's racing.
Yeah. You can throw. We don't have any hard data on this car or engines because we've done some modification to the engine. And
I guess I should put that in, is when they broke the record, since they broke the record, and have been waiting 3 years to do something with it, they've rebuilt engines and made them faster, or should make them faster. So the engines are a question mark. The intake system is completely changed. It has changed. You're on your third intake system, trying to make it act like it did before.
Yes.
No, just the second from the one that worked good.
Yeah.
But that was also on perfect salt. In 21, it was like driving down the interstate. It was billiard table smooth and rock hard.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's probably part of the reason why we just can't seem to get there now.
That last run, that was the best that car has felt. That it pulled right off the truck. It didn't lay down on me. It just, if it wouldn't have been 1.25 miles to every mile at the tall end, it would have been there. I know it. It felt so fucking good that time. Like I said, that's the first time she hasn't nosed down at all. She kept her nose up the whole entire run.
I was going to ask you that, because I always ask you after you come back every time, what did your butt odometer tell you? And you like that all the way through.
I've got enough seat time in the car now, I can really, really, really feel when it starts to draw. Yeah, like
starts
it is,
to go flat.
Yesterday, that run in the afternoon, when we pulled all that timing from it, it charged off the truck, and then honest to God, the nose just dropped. It laid right down. I need your center to center tool.
It's right there. Here, Chuck. It's right in that white cover.
This?
Yeah, just take the cover off. Move old stuff.
You can just throw it at me, Chuck. That's just fine.
There you go. And it's right there. Right underneath that yellow spring.
Oh, there it is. Hey, what's it doing? Hiding up some.
It wasn't hiding if you look from the bottom.
That's clever as
That's
shit.
why I like
using
these
the
chairs.
pool noodles.
Yep.
Damn, Mr. Contraption here, you fucking not like that.
Keeps all the pairs together. Then you're not wasting half an hour going through 30 different helixes.
Right. Yeah, that part is still black magic to me. I mean, that stuff is as black magic to me as a torque converter is on a regular car. I mean,
Right.
You,
and I don't
you
understand torque
understand the
converter.
basics of how a torque converter works. I mean, it's very the way it works is simplistic, but all the things that change and the slightest things change do so many weirder different things, and that's what that does too. And it's just snowmobile clutches is just, it's just black magic to me. It's just over my
And that's where Chuck Reese comes in.
Yes.
He knows how to do clutching.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes winners, is knowing the clutching and knowing the
Well, I was sitting there watching the replay on the tachometer, and both engines, they're just, the whole run, they just stayed right there. And that's all clutching. If you can make that thing just stay there as the RPM keeps climbing and climbing and climbing, that's impressive.
yeah.
There's a lot to them, and that fucking Chuck's learned and forgot more than I'll ever learn.
Right. So you got the overdrive in? I keep saying it's overdrive, but it's not.
No. It's,
Underdrive.
Yeah, it's an underdrive.
yeah. The top gear is still a 1-to-1,
Still
just
one.
like what we're running now, but it's just a different gear ratio on the bottom. I wish I could tell you who makes it, but I can't. We're in the process of doing some R&D work for it.
Right. It will someday become a product.
And there's some black magic there too,
Yeah.
that we're not familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, we have to rely on them.
There's another department of helpful people that help our team do what we do.
Well, and that's just that. Today's racing, whether it's drag racing, whether it's salt flat racing, whether it's any other racing, back in the 60s, you had one person that did everything. And you can't do that anymore.
Smart, AC quick. Interview.
Yeah, interview. Yeah, come over and say hi to the camera. Come on, Jack. Come say hi. It got moving faster than anything. I wish he would have, because we're talking about him. And,
yeah, well.
I mean, I'll throw in some stuff with this slick mobile, and I kind of had a sneaky interview with him because he won't do anything with you, but
I know.
But I gotta find that and stick that in there too.
We were up.
That's a good way to put it. It's a snowmobile dragster.
It is. I'm not wrong, am I?
Nope, it's called a slickmobile, but that's pretty much what it is.
I mean, I used to go to the grass drags all the time. That's badass.
We were up in Wisconsin for the ISR, the International Racing Association for Snowmobiles. The radio people said, "Come to the station," and it was like, "Oh, okay, no problem."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a different experience for all of us. It's like when we went up to Canada, we've never done any type of curling. And curling is like bowling up there, like bowling
really?
down here with a big granite stone. So in the city, mayor and the local people were very friendly, and they said, "Hey, let's go, we'll show you." So we spent about 2 hours curling. It was still cold. It was like an indoor ice skating rink.
Ignitions.
Okay. Seems like she ran good. Hopefully we got it.
I heard take it to impound.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear.
Just what you need, another run today.
That was actually...
Was that the record return? Okay, you want me to undo your flips? Okay. So you've got it then.
Yeah, we qualified yet. Got me one more ride.
Did,
Don't have to twist my arm to do that.
I'm sure it's fun either way, but
Oh man.
it's still a little frustrating to
Well, it's
have it
frustrating,
and not.
but
Good?
we're good.
Did you tell him? Take it to impound? Yeah, I didn't tell him the number because I never remember numbers. Apparently neither do you.
Unofficial average of 261.009. Yes. Thank you guys so much for all you do, man. Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
We're gonna.